Final game of the night here, Barclays Center in Brooklyn. 4 more teams off the books today, and the last among them to go was Syracuse. They fall to North Carolina 78-59. In a game that started close, 13-13 in the opening minutes. They played very well on the offensive end, Tyus Battle in particular, to open this one up, but foul trouble struck. Knew it was floating around all year. In fact, surprising that it didn't strike more often as more players became injured on this roster, as Gino Thorpe departed, as everything that affected this team came into fruition. Only a handful of games all year you can think of, this one included, that came down to foul trouble being a major factor. Pascal Chukwu picked up 3 quick fouls and ended up fouling out of this game just 4 minutes into the second half. It was very evident in the way North Carolina was able to get to the rim when he was out there versus when he wasn't. So Baramas Sidibe ends up bearing a brunt of those minutes for Syracuse inside and racks up 10 rebounds faster than you could think, which I think says a lot about what he would have meant to this team this year if he didn't come down with tendinitis. Matthew Moyer, not a lot of him out there in this one, even as Chukwu goes out and Sidibe eventually fouls out as well. But the real story of this game early on was the turnovers. And this one, as I said at halftime, showed a lot about the fragile nature of what Syracuse was building its success on this year. 3 players playing 40 minutes. Jim Boeheim talked about that quite a bit after this game. He defended it all year, said they had to do it, and continued to reaffirm that after this one. But admitted playing Wednesday, Saturday all year, going to Tuesday, Wednesday with that formula did not bode well for this team. And the fact that 3 players on the perimeter who are playing 40 minutes had to create off the dribble, not be able to get post touches with the bigs that they have, that further wore on those 3 guys, and Boeheim admitted that after this one. But Brissett caught high praise from him. Boeheim called him his best 3-point shooter, gave him a lot of credit, gave the team a lot of credit for what they've been able to do this year. They're going to move on to Selection Sunday with a chance to make the tournament. It's far from a lock. It might even be a slim chance, but they have a chance. And for a team that was predicted by some to barely make the NIT this year, that's a massive accomplishment, especially as I mentioned before, a player departing, several players falling injured, and their backup center basically dealing with knee tendinitis that hobbled his efforts all year long, along with the fact that you had 3 primary scorers playing 40 minutes a game. All of that came to a head today. Frank Howard, early turnovers, really fed the UNC monster. They were able to go and transition quite a bit, and into the second half, this game just became bogged down. Orange were able to fight back, hitting their free throws, getting to the interior. Sidibe had a nice few putbacks through that second half, and Syracuse got as close as 8 points. Brissett hit 5 threes. He caught praise for shooting really well from there over the last 3rd, 4th quarter of the season. And most importantly, Boeheim said that Sidibe is going to be back for next year. Very loose, jovial response from UNC. Williams, Kenny Williams, and Pinson, they all emphasized that they had to get those post touches. They were trying to get to the interior, knowing that Syracuse contests every shot they put up there, and that opened the door to foul trouble. So clearly part of the game plan coming in, and it panned out for them. I asked if you can necessarily, game plan the forced fouls. Not a clear answer on that front, but it was very clear that North Carolina was trying to get to the paint and succeed there. So we are all set for tomorrow. Boston College is going to play against Clemson. The morning game is Louisville, Virginia. Then we're going to get Duke, Notre Dame, and North Carolina right back here to cap this off against Miami. So we will be back for day 3. And Syracuse is going to head back home to the practice facility where they will watch on Sunday, once again sitting right on the bubble. Bobby Manning, CLNS Media. We will see you back here bright and early tomorrow.